Hi there, my name is Stanley Steen of Team Deberoo, and in this video you will learn how you can get the best creatives for your native ads campaign. So let's dive in.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.
Alright, here we are at the dashboard of the Deberoo platform, and in this video you will learn how you can make the best creatives for your native ads campaign. Alright, so I'm going to show you a lot of different creatives and I'm going to review a lot of them, tell you what's good about them, what's not good about them, so that you can make even better ads, okay? And to do so today we will be using Anstrax, the spy tool. So we're going to use Anstrax Native to do a little bit of spying on the different kinds of creatives that we have out there, and I'm going to review a couple of them. And then I'll also show you how you can swipe a landing page, for example. All right, but first things first, we're inside of Anstrax Native, and I'm going to use the language filter right here and set it on English to make sure that everybody is able to read and I'm able to read as well. And then let's take a look, shall we? All right, so right here we have the secret to melting off body fat, okay? And we have this image. What's good about the image is that it creates curiosity, right? We don't know what this red stuff is, so it's like, what is that? Looks a bit strange, okay? Also, the red stuff is quite bright, which is quite good, so it will catch a lot of attention that way, which is good. The headline, it's not really the strongest headline that I've ever seen. The secret to melting off body fat. I feel like it could have been a little bit juicier. I also feel like it could also relate more to the image. So something like 1 spoon of this stuff, whatever, right? So then already you make it more in line. The headline not as strong as it could be. The image is pretty good, not great, but pretty good. So let's continue. All right, what do we have here? We have a woman in front of a lot of bags with a lot of money. All right, and is it photoshopped? It may be photoshopped, but I'm not quite sure, but let's assume it's not. All right, then we have the headline, investing your money in Tesla and companies with high brand value and bright future. Okay, the headline, it doesn't say anything, okay? So they start off good. Investing your money in Tesla and companies with high brand value and a bright future. We want to see the result. So instead of saying and a bright future, you could also say investing your money in Tesla and companies with high brand value will make you rich, for example. All right, there has to be a benefit for the user who reads it. If the user who reads it doesn't see any benefit, then they won't click on it. Now, with investing, it's quite obvious that the benefit is gaining even more money by your investment. That's the whole game of investing. But we want to make that clear, all right? That is basically the one and only thing that will attract the user to investing money, is that they can make more money. So we want to tell them, right? We want to tell them you can get rich by investing. You can do this, you can do that. You can lose weight by using this product, right? We give them the solution to their problem. All right, cool. So the image, like I said, it looks a little bit photoshopped, which is not great. But if we assume it's not photoshopped, the contrast is quite good because she has this bright orange sweater on. I feel like the brightness could have gone a little bit higher because this background is a little bit dark, especially if you picture it in the size of a native ad, which is quite small, even smaller than this. So then the money gets quite dark. So will it catch our attention? Maybe, but I feel like there's room for improvement there. Also, if we take a look one more time at the headline, one thing that's very important is capitalization. So even if you want to use this headline, then you would want to do it like this. All right, let me open a notepad. All right, so if we have this headline right here, then we want to do this. With capitalization, we mean capitalize every first letter of every word, okay? So it will look like this. Now, some words you don't really have to capitalize. If you want to play it safe, just capitalize every first letter of every word. But words like and, a, you can skip those if you want. Depends a bit on your style. So you could do it like this. In could also be like this. So you could do it like this. This will already attract a lot more attention. And it reads a lot nicer, basically. So it's a lot more user-friendly if you write it this way. Okay? You could also, like I said, just do every single word. If you're not quite sure which words do need to be capitalized and which not, then this is just the best way to go with. Just capitalize every first letter of every word. Okay? Having said that, let's continue and take a look at some other ads. All right, what do we have here? We have a woman with a bill. That's all I can see. There's nothing more to it. So will this create curiosity? No, for me, not really. Okay? The contrast is okay in this picture. We could have used a little bit more bright colors that pop out a little bit more, because right now it's quite a lot of black and white. So yeah, maybe try to find an image with a little bit more color, where, for example, the person has a colorful shirt on or whatever, or a ring that pops out, I don't know, something like that. And we need to create some more curiosity, which is sometimes tough when you're doing like stuff like insurance and so, because it's a boring subject, okay? But still, you can find an interesting angle that will create curiosity for the users. Then we have the headline, here's why you should refinance with these companies in 2021. Could have been stronger. Could have been definitely a lot stronger, okay? What is the reason why this user needs to click? What benefit will the user get out of clicking on this ad? Probably saving money or better coverage, whatever it is, right? But you want to make sure that they know that. Because if they don't know from your headline, then they're not going to click, and so they'll never find out, and you just missed an opportunity. But if you give them right away what their benefit is in your headline, then they're teased because they want to have that benefit. And then all the rest they'll learn later because they're already interested. Okay? But first we need to create that interest, and thus we need to tell them the benefit of using this product. All right? Also another thing, this is a promotion in Belgium. Belgium is a country with two national languages, being Dutch and French. So it depends a bit in which region you want to promote, but I would personally not choose to promote this offer in English. Okay? I would either do it in Dutch or do it in French. Next one, we have this one. Okay. So there's something wrong with this image, okay? We do not want to use stock pictures. That's a no-go, all right? Everybody is able to tell what is a stock picture and what not, even if there's no watermark and all that kind of stuff. So this background image, to call it that way, is not that bad. Okay, the quality is pretty good. We know what it's about. Creates curiosity, maybe not. Also, there could be a little bit more contrast in terms of bright colors and that kind of stuff. But the image itself isn't the terrible thing here. The terrible thing that's being done here is this woman that's just pasted in front of it, clearly from a stock picture. Okay, so this is not going to promote well. So you better not do this kind of stuff. All right, the woman in front pointing at the solar panels. It's very clearly photoshopped. It's very clearly a stock picture. It doesn't create curiosity, and we immediately know we're being sold something, right? And with native ads, it's an information platform. These users are browsing on a website to see the latest articles, the latest news, the latest weather, whatever it is. And thus, when you use a stock picture or you Photoshop a picture like this, it's very clear, oh, now I'm being sold something. I thought I was just looking for information. Whereas if you create the picture without this woman right here, it might be an article about solar panels, right? And thus they might think, that's interesting, let me find out more. And they go to your landing page, they'll get more information, they get interested, they go to the offer page and they buy it. All right? So that's why we don't want to use these kind of pictures. Let's take a look at the headline then. Ohio, say goodbye to expensive solar panels if you live in Upper Sandusky. Okay, so first we have state, which is fine. Say goodbye to expensive solar panels. All right, so make sure to use your capitalization. But other than that, we know what the point is here. Solar panels are too expensive. We're gonna get an opportunity to get cheaper ones. Okay, if you live in Upper Sandusky, so that is state. I'm sorry, city, of course. All right, so personally, I wouldn't use state and city parameters in my headline. Why not? Because we need to keep in mind that some states have a lot of letters in them. All right, Ohio is only 4 letters, but California is quite a lot more. And then we also have the city parameters, and this one is already quite a long one, being Upper Sandusky. All right, so then when we would have, like, for example, California and Los Angeles, 2 very quite long names, then the headline will get too long. And what happens when your headline gets too long? You get a ... Okay, so let me show you. All right, let me get my notepad back. All right, so if we paste this in here, Ohio becomes California, and Upper Sandusky becomes Los Angeles. All right, so let's say right now the headline is too long, so we only have 60 characters or so. So what happens then? Since we have California, that makes that the headline is too long, including with Los Angeles. So then all of a sudden we get ... and there we go. Okay, now in this specific headline, it doesn't matter that much because the point is right here. Say goodbye to expensive solar panels if you live in is still there. So we would be good. They would get the gist of it. But you create your headlines to show your headlines. Okay. So that's why I personally don't like to use double parameters, because if they're both long, then my chance of my headline being cut are increasing. So I don't really like that. I rather than say, I'll do this. Say goodbye to expensive solar panels if you live in, and then whatever, right? City parameter. This way, the chance of my headline becoming too long are a lot smaller because we don't have that state in here in front. And since we have the city, we don't really need that state parameter as well. Okay, but still check, okay, what are the longest city names, for example, and how would that fit in my headline? It doesn't matter that much if there's one small town in the US with like 50 characters city name that will fuck up your headline. That's fine, right? We're not going to focus on one small village in the entire United States just to fix this. But you want to keep in mind that, for example, Los Angeles, which is a big city with a medium to long city name, you want that to fit in your headline. Okay, I think that's clear. So let's continue. All right, what do we have next? Surprising way to lose weight. Okay, the headline could have gone better, right? Surprising way to lose weight. Okay, we do get the benefit for the user, lose weight. But a surprising way, I don't want a surprising way. I want an effective way, or a lazy way, or a cheap way. Whatever the unique point is of this product, I want that way. I don't want it to be surprising. I mean, going to the gym 5 times a day can be surprising as well. It works. I don't want to do it, but it's surprising. So surprising isn't the right approach here. So try to think of that. Okay, what does the user want? The user wants to lose weight. The user still wants to eat what they want, for example, or the user doesn't want to go to the gym, or the user doesn't want to spend that much money. Depending on your angle, you focus on a specific point of view on losing weight. Surprising way to lose weight doesn't say anything. Also, it's a very short headline. They're using Outbrain. I think you have 100 characters on Outbrain, so try to use it. I'm not saying you have to use every character that you have on every single traffic source, but if you have 100 characters, don't enter a headline with 30, unless you want to test it and it has great results. But looking at this headline, I don't think that's the case. And then the image. It doesn't create curiosity to me. Looks like a glass of lemonade. Okay, that's one. 2, the colors are not that bright, so it doesn't really pop. What else do we have? There's not a lot going on in the picture. It might be zoomed in a little bit too much. Quality is fine though. But yeah, it doesn't do it, okay? So surprising way to lose weight is a headline which is very wide, so you can do whatever you want with the image, all right? If you're using a headline like this, because nothing is being said. So then try to look for something a little bit more shocking that will get a little bit more curiosity, and something that doesn't look like ordinary lemonade. All right, let's continue, okay? Oh, this is interesting. So since we're already kind of in the weight loss niche, let's take an animated picture. Animated pictures. We get these questions quite a lot. Do they or do they not work? It depends very much on, first of all, the vertical as well as your angle. In the end, animated pictures can work, but those classic standard animated pictures that you'll find on every spy tool tons of times, that is used by every affiliate, those are most likely not going to work. This, however, is an animation I haven't seen that often yet, and there's quite a lot going on, even though it seems like we do have a small watermark on the right button, but that's not one of my concerns, okay? No worries there. But it's quite an interesting picture, 3 pictures actually, so it creates somewhat curiosity because she's drinking something, then sleeping, and then losing weight. Is that what we're doing here? The colors are pretty decent. I love this shadow here, by the way. But the colors are pretty decent. We do have some contrast. I think if we have the option to design them themselves, I mean, it could be that these images were just on Google or whatever, but if we have the opportunity, I would personally create a different background, because if you look at this pants, it kind of blends. Her hair kind of blends, so maybe something that pops a little bit more, but other than that, it's pretty good picture. So in that case, if you have a good animated picture, you might want to test it. Okay, just to see, okay, how are these animated pictures performing and how are these real pictures performing, and benchmark them up against each other. So this is actually a good example of an animated picture I would like to test if I found this. Okay, then we have the headline: 7 safe ways to cleanse your cologne and preserve your youth. Okay, interesting. So not necessarily a weight loss thing, I guess, to cleanse your cologne and preserve your youth. No, it's not really a weight loss offer, which is interesting. If we look at the image, it looks like a weight loss thing. All right, we're promoting in Portugal this offer, so I would say make it in Portuguese. But besides that fact, it is a strong choice they made here. Okay, whether or not I would personally use this angle or not is kind of out of the picture. they have made a decision. They have made the decision, we're going to go on the angle safe. Okay, this is 100% safe product. You don't have any side effects, but still you cleanse your cologne and preserve your youth. Okay, that is a strong choice. They have made a choice for a specific angle and they've gone with it, which is good. Then the results will tell you whether or not that angle works or not. Okay, I don't know specifically for every angle and every sub-angle of every vertical if they're going to work or not. In the end, every campaign is different and you want to test it. Of course, some angles are like, okay, I know from my experience it's not going to work. For this one, personally, I would have gone with another sub-angle or angle. But is this going to work or is this going to fail? I don't know, right? You still need to test. It might be a very, very good campaign that I would have never made because I was going to go with a different angle. Okay, so test these things out, make a decision based on your angle, and if you have that angle, in this case it's perfectly fine to say 7 safe ways to cleanse your cologne and preserve your youth if that is the angle you're going to take. So pretty decent work there, although I would translate it in Portuguese. Alright, what's next? We have a lot of car dealers. We're going to skip those. Those are boring. Alright, what else? Okay, we have a dental right here. So this image, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of contrast in the image. I think it does create some curiosity because obviously we have this one tooth that is just in with a screw basically. But other than that, there's not a lot of curiosity in this image and not a lot of contrast. Let's take a look at the headline. Restore your missing teeth. Browse for dental implants. Sorry. I think it could have gone a lot better. Once again, we're in Norway, make it Norwegian. But besides that fact, also capitalization, once again, you'll see these mistakes quite a lot in the spy tools. But the main thing to me is, if I have a missing teeth, especially in a country that is Norway, that is, you know, a modern Western country where people have money and dental care is quite high in their list, basically, of what they take care of, then they would have already browsed for dental implants if they are missing a teeth, unless they think it's not safe. They are scared, or they think it's expensive. That's why we need the angle, the sub-angle, okay? If you would say, restoring your missing teeth has never been this safe, 100% guaranteed, something like that, or restoring your missing teeth doesn't have to cost you a fortune, something like that, you know, then you pick an angle. Where I said with the previous one, with the Portuguese one, where I said, you know, not my angle, but good choice. It's great that you've made a choice and that you're testing it out. I'm going to say that the other way around for this one. This one is just, oh, I've got an offer. I'm not going to make a choice on my angle or on my sub-angle. I'm just going to write something, okay? That's when you get this. Do your research, okay? Do your research in dental care in Norway. How many people do dental care? What's the average time to go back to the dentist for a regular checkup? Okay, these kind of things are important to know, because if in Norway they take care of their dental care quite a lot, which I assume because their GDPR is quite high as well, then we need a strong sub-angle. And this is not going to work, because if dental care is so high on the list, they would have already browsed for restoring their missing teeth if they have one, okay? So they need another reason to go with this one because they have already browsed, right? Cool, let's continue. Let's do one more. Oh, by the way, I was going to show you how you can swipe landing pages. So let's see if we have a landing page on this beautiful dental kind of thing. Okay, no. No is the answer. All right, then let's just do one more ad and we'll do the whole swiping landing page another time. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay, we have this one. Clearly a stock picture. Remember what I said earlier in this video about stock pictures. Besides the fact that it's a stock picture, maybe it isn't a classic stock picture, so maybe not everybody would notice. So I'm going to give it a pass on that for now. Okay. Quality of the image seems fine to me. Do we have enough contrast in the image? Yes, I think we could increase a little bit more by, for example, playing around with the adjust buttons in Canva. We could make this blue part a little bit more poppy and this red part on her knee, which obviously is the pain, we could make that a little bit brighter as well. Is there any curiosity in the image? Well, we see what's going on. She has pain in her knee. And if you have joint pain yourself, then this might create some curiosity. If you don't, then it probably won't, which isn't that bad because you won't buy any joint pain relievers anyway. Okay, so curiosity-wise, it's okay. Could have gone better, but it could also have been a lot worse. All right. So overall, a pretty decent picture, even though it's a stock picture. Then we have the headline. If you suffer from your knees, you should know this. Okay, first of all, grammarly in English, it's very bad and it doesn't say anything, okay? There's no angle, no decision being made on how to promote this. It's just, oh, we have a product that will help you get rid of the pain if you suffer from your knees. Oh, then I'm just going to write, if you suffer from your knees, then you should know this. And then I'll sell and make a lot of money. That's not how affiliate marketing works. We need a plan. We need an approach for each and every offer. How are we going to promote this? And how are we going to make users to click? Also, where are we? Poland? Or, yeah, Poland. So, in Poland, there are a lot of people that speak English, but also yet still a lot of people that do not speak English. So translate your headlines, okay? But apart from that, if you suffer from your knees, bad sentence. If you suffer from joint pain, would be better, okay? You should know this. Doesn't say anything, doesn't create any curiosity, doesn't give a real angle or a unique selling point to this specific product, okay? So it won't generate a lot of clicks. So instead, do something like this 100% natural joint reliever will eliminate all your joint pain. Something like that, right? Choose an angle. It can also be money saving. Relieving your joint pain doesn't have to cost you a fortune. It's kind of the same as what I said earlier, but just as an example, choose an angle and promote that angle. Otherwise, if you don't choose an angle or a sub-angle, you'll come up with headlines like, if you suffer from your knees, you should know this, which is not a strong headline and which will not make your campaign a winning one. Okay? I hope these tips really gave you some good handles on how you can write better headlines and how you can find the best images. Use all these tips. You can even write them down, you know, for the images. What do I need to look for? Okay, it needs to be relative to my angle. By the way, you need to create an angle and a sub-angle first, okay? So now you know that. Then once you have your angle and your sub-angle, take a look at the images. So it needs to be relevant, it needs to create curiosity, the quality needs to be good, etc., etc., etc. Then you go to the headline. It needs to fit in with the angle. Once again, you need to watch capitalization. Don't forget about the translation. Do a little bit of research in your audience. What is the angle that you're gonna promote it with? Don't just shoot out headlines. No, what makes this product, what makes your product special from the rest. Okay, so I hope you can use these tips for your ads, and I hope they will help you make your creatives as well as your campaign into a very successful one. Okay, that's gonna be it for this one. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the Deberoo channel if you want to stay up to date about any new videos coming out. That's gonna be it for this one, but I will catch you on the next one, and until then, peace out.
This video is brought to you by Deberoo.com, the #1 affiliate marketing software platform.